Hello, I'm Rachel, founder of Sing Space, and this is 3 tips for jaw release. So these are 3 very short exercises that are almost impossible to get wrong and are going to help you feel and hear real difference in your voice. So why do we want to focus on the jaw? Quite simply, it is connected to your voice in so many ways that we can explore. And today, the first muscle we're going to explore is the masseter. So the larynx, hello larynx, just kind of wants to swing free like a bell. And one of the muscles that is connected to it and that might prevent that freedom is your bitey muscles. So if you haven't yet met them, just bite down now. Yeah? And then you can release and you can do that again. What's interesting is that when you bite down, you often feel that tension around your jaw. And you can also observe the changes in your sound. So when it's nice and loose, just count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then try biting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And even with a little bit of clenching, not all the way up to the top, but just try a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can hear the tension creeping in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can feel and you can hear the changes in your voice. So I'm going to teach you a very simple massage that you can do for your own bitey muscles. And this might also help if you hit headaches. So you're going to just drag your thumbs. To be honest, you could use any part of your hand down the muscle fibers. And they run diagonally backwards here. So you might think that your jaw wants to drop just down. Actually, the motion of the jaw is a kind of down and back feeling. So you can have a Google now and have a look at the pictures and you'll see the muscle fibers run kind of diagonally down. And you can do whatever feels good for you. So you can press quite hard if that's what you want. And then dragging down the muscle fibers. Or you can do it a bit lighter. You can do this anywhere. Maybe try to do it for, 30 seconds once a day and feel the difference. Try doing it when you sing as well. And start to observe, are you a jaw clencher? Is that maybe what's happening? Can you help yourself with a bit of this self-massage? Right, I'm going to move on to the next tip. That is something else that I love. And I love this one because very often, if I start to talk about releasing the jaw, it kind of causes the opposite. So it causes us to over-focus on this area. And suddenly you're trying to really, really hard to release your jaw. And it's almost like putting that attention on it. I'm so relaxed is making you get more and more stretched. So we're going to try something else. In fact, we'll try this on the phrase that we're doing at choir. So, and I will come back home, and I will come back home, home again. Now, try that phrase, just wiggling your jaw like crazy, overdoing it. So you're going to go, and I will come back home, and I will come back home, home again. Did that feel any easier? You can try it without wiggling your jaw. You can try it with wiggling your jaw. If you did a little wiggle, let's do a really big one, the biggest you can. Get your shoulders involved as well. And I will come back home, and I will come back home, home again. And what you hear is, although I look ridiculous, you can still it kind of sounds the same. You can make most of your vowels and consonants whilst doing really, really silly faces. And if that helped, I want you to practice this week with the wiggle. Just practice a few times in the shower, anything you want to do, some la 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 la's, wiggling, so that when you come to sing, maybe you can carry some of that freedom and that motion into your singing. Last exercise, my favorite exercise in the world, yet one that I never bring into the private singing lessons and I never bring into choir because people just don't like to do it in public. So I'm going to do it because I don't mind how silly I look. And if you're not in a private space, you can go and find one. So you're going to stick out your tongue and you can do this. Beautiful. This exercise does so many brilliant things for so many parts of your voice. But because we're focusing on the jaw, we're going to focus on what it's going to do to help your jaw freedom and your vocal freedom. So this time, as you do it, you're going to feel those masseters engage. Ow. Did you bite your tongue? It's really, really hard to have jaw tension on this exercise. You can't get it wrong because it hurts. Ow. So don't do that. Just have a go at releasing some sound with your tongue out on anything you want. You can do some slides. Some scales. Some arpeggios. Or your song. Don't know what song that was, but any song you want will do. So I hope that these tips were useful. As I say, they're very, very, very hard to get wrong. They're going to allow you to see real change, not just vocally, but in your own awareness of your own voice. I'm going to come back with part 2, and next week's video is going to be much more about opening the body and posture and alignment. So thank you for watching. As always, let us know how you get on and inquire. We're going to be digging deeper into all of these techniques.